riding down Highway 61. Sides of the roads all lined with fields, nothing but sunset in the windshield. Feel it as soon as I ride into town. This is where I go to slow down. Miles and miles of soybeans and corn. I'm in the place where the blues was born. About a mile from the big muddy river, place I'll always remember. Cabin on the lake and a fishing pole. Forever here I'll rest my soul. I can feel my worries drift away from being out in the sun all day. No matter where in the world I go, I'll always find home on the banks of that oxbow.
Hey guys, here Justin Berry here,
Brian Chapel,
and we were back here at the Crappie Expo, and we got our first bass guy here, Mark Shelton, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Mark Shelton. He's been in the Bass World Bass Fishing League for 20 years. Is that what you told me earlier?
Yeah.
So what we got him on here is he's got the paddle jumper run across him. It's been in, it's got trademark 1971, I think you said earlier.
That's right, 1971. They came out with the Puddle Jumper, and obviously the same guy that invented the beetle spin. So two pretty good baits. You know,
Yeah.
One made millions, the other one I have.
Right.
Yeah. So now it's your turn next.
That's right. That's right.
So let's go ahead and dive in with the GoPro. Show everybody what you got out and what you got going on.
Yeah. So obviously what we're famous for, is the original Puddle Jumper. It comes in 3 different sizes. This is actually a 3-inch, which some of the guys today are using in the championship in the top 25. This is actually the color that some of them like. I think it's late enough in the day that I can reveal.
Yeah.
This is a favorite. Dipping this in chartreuse, it'll turn the tails orange. We have a lot of different colors. The 3-inch is more for the people that are live scoping. That's the deal there. The majority of what we sell is in the 2-inch. This is actually a chartreuse glitter. Still has the wings on it. This thing will glide through the water instead of just going straight down. It'll spiral and glide, which is why it's different than anything else here. And we also have an 1.5 inches. So if you got kids at home, bluegill fishing, crappie get finicky, ice fishing.
I was going to say that'd be good ice fishing.
Yeah,
right
really
there.
good ice fishing. We sell a lot in Minnesota. It's one of our top states. And then we go into, we've got like everybody else, everybody wants us to do a baby pro shad. We've got many different colors that we do. We do make them durable, maybe too durable. Some people have told us, we got 20 on one.
Right.
Let me see that. Let me see one.
Absolutely. But, we have all the popular colors. And, the neat thing about our deal is whether it's the original Puddle Jumper or the baby shad, we make them in our garage behind our house. We can run out there. If you say, I want purple with a pink tail, we can run out there and make them. We don't have to order them from the factory or, get them shipped over.
Let me see a 3-inch one there.
What's some of the places that people can go out and actually purchase your?
Well, we do online depending on where you live at. We're in a couple hundred tackle stores, and I guess after this event we'll be in a lot more.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of distributors that are going out. If you live in Fayetteville, which is where our home base is, you can get them at Southtown Sporting Goods. If you live in Minnesota, I think we're in a couple hundred stores up there. So at any of the Mills, Fleet, and Farm stores, but the variety of colors that we have online, we have free shipping for anything over $50. So,
right.
Yeah. So
is it puddlejumper.com or
puddlejumperlures.com?
Okay.
Yeah. And then the bait that we just started this year is called the glider. It's a little bit, it's similar but a little different profile. Got a little bit wider angle on it. The guys that are using them in certain situations is catching monster crappie. Guy caught a 3.5 pound crappie, which I haven't ever caught, but
right.
if you're in the right place, this is something that a must-have for certain situations in the tackle box. And if you're looking for us, in the stores, this is what our packaging looks like. We mostly sell 20 packs at all the retail locations. If you go online, you can get different varieties. We've got 10 packs and 20 packs on those, and 6 and 12 packs and 20 packs on the baby shads. And we also have lots of different kinds of jig heads that we actually spin cast for us, with spinners, without spinners. So we're carrying a variety of things. Hair jigs made by Meat Getter Jigs, just to have a variety when you get on there and you go, man, I wish I'd have bought this over here and that over there. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit. And everything we have is made in America. And really, what's crazy is everything we have right now is made in Arkansas. It just happened to work out that way. But at least you know where it's coming from. So.
Yeah, exactly.
What year did you take over?
So this is about 3.5 years since we've taken over our business.
Did you have any idea of what you're going to be getting yourself into as far as bait making?
No, I was, obviously I had some idea as a bass fisherman, the process. I thought, this would be cool. This would be a great way to learn it. And then we've morphed into where we started doing a lot of plastics for a lot of the guys on tour, but we don't advertise the bass side because we can't hardly keep up with the crappie side. But we are going to launch our bass lure side because we've had so many of our vendors saying, hey, we can't get anything from China, our shelves are empty. So the packaging is the problem right now of getting anybody to make packaging is about 6 or 8 months out, which is where a lot of guys are struggling. Luckily, we planned ahead and had enough packages made to do what we're doing.
What about raw material? Are you having an issue getting raw material?
We are not having any issues doing that. We get our plastic in Missouri.
Out of Missouri, huh?
And we order it 55 gallons at a time and drive up and pick it up. And the glitter, you can get it 2 or 3 places. So really all the stuff that we use, we it's not really proprietary. We take a bucket, we pour a little bit in there. Does that look good? We add a little extra. It's kind of like cooking.
Yeah.
And
recipes.
It's an interesting process because it looks like milk, and when it heats up, it turns to like a Jell-O, and then back to a clear plastic. So and then you add color to it. It's a pretty neat deal. It's addictive.
You start messing with any glow yet?
We have some people have requested, but we haven't really put any out there online. I don't know how big the need is. I know there's people that have it, and we can add glow power to literally any color that we have.
Right.
And it's pretty neat. You turn the lights off in the shop, where the packets of glow powder are because they light up the room. So it works.
What's one of the things that, coming from the bass side that has really struck you about crappie fishing?
Just from what people perceive price-wise, I'll go buy a $18, $25 bait and won't think twice about it. But a guy that's looking at a $3.50 pack of jigs and go, I don't know, how much can you come down? So the thought process, you go buy a mega bass jerkbait is $25, and there's nothing, everything in our world is on the lower end, but. The community of crappie fishermen that are, fishing all these tournaments, they have a really neat relationship, that you don't see that in a lot of the other deals out there. So I like that portion of it, and just from the expo here, we did the one in Hot Springs. We're doing this one.
So is this your second event you've been to?
It is. Yeah, we did the one in Hot Springs last year. We were able to pick up a couple of guys on tour that we've never had for street credit, I guess, per se.
Right.
And I gave them some bait. Said, hey, I know you're not going to endorse something that's not going to work.
Right, until you believe in it.
And luckily it worked. And so we've got a guy still in the hunt today. We'll see what happens. He says he's on them, so we'll find out when he gets in today. Yeah. So hopefully Team Threadgill will have a big day, and that obviously helps our reputation out there. And when you've been around for 50 years, even the guys that owned it before me, that kept it going, it works.
Yeah.
I've had so many people go, man, my dad would only use that lure. He bought it at Walmart, back in the 70s. Right. I still got some. I get people send me pictures of, 1970 package with the trademark and the patent on the front of the packaging, so
I'm pulling it pretty good here, and it ain't giving in. Man.
Yeah, we people, I got 20 on that. You don't hear that very often.
Yeah.
But we have our formula. We do it ourselves. we try to make it to where you're getting your money's worth. And, most of the packets, you get 20 of them. A lot of people, that lasts me all year. It's probably not good for our business. But, when they get ready to buy another pack, we want them to come back and buy them from us. And which is why we started doing the baby shad. Obviously everybody's got their variations of it, but, we're using the same plastic for doing that. Their crappie's not biting the tail off this thing. And
right.
And one unique thing, which I didn't bring over here, is we can make them with a different colored tail. So if you want, blue with the chartreuse tail, or purple with the chartreuse tail, or orange, or
oh really?
We can make literally anything you can think of color-wise. So
switch things up a little bit.
Yeah.
You still competing in the bass world?
I am. Yeah, I'm fishing at Table Rock this week. As soon as I get done with this deal, I'm getting focused on the Toyota Series. I guess Major League Fishing Big 5 is what they're calling it now. So
how many times do you bass fish a year?
I'll fish probably about 10 to 12.
10?
Yeah.
As much as it is the Garmin Live Scope taking over the crappie world, has it impacted the bass world as much as the crappie fishing is?
It has.
Because I'm so curious about that.
Yeah, and I'm old school, so I'm just now coming around. Actually, when I order this next boat, that's something I have to take in consideration. I fished Lake of the Ozarks 2 or 3 weeks ago, made the top 10, but the difference was the guys that had the Live Scope could pull up to a brush pile and see if there was anything moving in there. Then they didn't know, a lot of cases, whether it was it could have been a catfish or a bass or a crappie or whatever, but they knew there was some action going on. Versus I might fish 3 or 4, but I'm hoping there's something, I'm flipping in it. I know it's there, I can feel the limbs. It's a time consumption saver that if you're out in the Great Lakes and you're smallmouth fishing, you can see so far out there, them moving back and forth. You can see if you're in the right spot. So it has taken over a lot slower than the crappie world, but now you pretty much go look at most of these guys that are fishing for a living. I'm not. I have to work to feed my feed my family. But when you do that, you can see that all of them, they may have a Lowrance and they may have a Humminbird, but they also have a Garmin Live Scope on there.
So is it pretty much, if you ain't got a Garmin on your boat in the bass world, you're not really competing? Is that right?
That's exactly right.
All right, I was just curious on that.
Then there's certain tournaments where it may not make as big a difference. If you're rolling a crankbait or a spinnerbait, which you're not going to be doing in the crappie world, guy wouldn't even turn it on. Or if you're flipping under a boat dock, you're probably not using. But for specific things, it's a game changer, and it's made me a believer. I was like, I don't know, I'm going to do some crappie tournaments, just try to learn. Not that I'm going to be competitive. I want to just kind of see how it works and get out there and do that this year. So that's one of the things on my list of maybe some smaller local
that's
stuff.
Awesome.
So
that's awesome. Good luck to that, and going from bass world to crappie world.
I let these guys that know what they're doing, I let them promote.
Yeah.
I would have one of them sitting here doing this podcast if one of them was not out on the lake. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Was there anything else you want to add before we close out?
No, hey, we love that we're made in America. It makes us unique. There's a lot of places that the pegs are empty on their bait stores. They're like, oh my God, y'all can make them for us, and as long as we can keep it going, we're going to try to build the brand, gather more fishermen using our stuff. We promote a lot with kids. We donate thousands of lures to different organizations to give away to kids.
Really?
So we're trying to give back, as much as we're taking in.
Well, that's good.
So,
that's great to hear. Well, Brad, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing your product out more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Justin Berry.
Brad Chappell.
We're at the 2020 Crappie Expo. We'll see y'all later.
Holla.
Thank you.
About a mile from Big Muddy River, a place I'll always remember. Cabin on the lake and a fishing pole. Forever here I'll rest my soul. I can feel my words